Okay, this is Soul the Wise, and I don't know about the trust so much, but they can look me up anywhere if they wanted to. But basically, what I'm going to do, like I've had some time to think about it, and white people are not a threat as far as my securities go, or even the house. Like it's not enough of them to really. That's especially if I do what what I plan on doing, there simply won't be enough of them to fight back. If we go in civil war, the only thing we have to worry about is other nations attacking us. And other nations are starting to go to war with each other. So I don't think that that's going to be a real issue. We just have to fight with ourselves. And I think, like I said, this country is going to be divided. And most of the white people will be killed. I'm going to try to save a couple of them. Not the men, though. Unless they're willing to serve me. That's you want to be fighting in my little with me, and that's it. But I'm not like that's any guy really. It's black men too, like most black men, unless you knew me right now or before. No, and you haven't done anything too. Yeah, that's another issue. So, but now, yeah, these days you might not even need a trust to protect your assets, but I want to go ahead and make me one anyway. Um, but that might make you more a target because isn't right. Trump is acting crazy. But like I said, I don't think he's going to be in office long. He reminds me of the horn on in the book of Dan. He's not going to be in power too long, man. First of all, I know he lied. We all know. I was talking about it at work. That guy lied, man. He's not. He didn't win that election, man. The dude lied, man. He just pointed his finger, keep talking about everybody's lying, accused, they cheated. So when he cheated, they didn't want to challenge him because then they didn't want to make it look like that's politicians, man. He lied. Even the white people regret this shit now. I know now. I know that they were the main ones that voted for this guy, at least the males, and they're regretting this shit now because they don't realize like they didn't think this shit through. How you want to win this shit, man? How's this? They didn't think it through, man. I have no clue these are edible. I'm gonna show you this. I'm about to get some. These I don't think are these purple hubs peas. These definitely are peas, though. These are bean leaves, but these are like pea pods. What the hell? I don't. Something else. These are not edible either. Uh, See, there's an African lady in Plano that had something like it wasn't quite like this. These are no, she had the ones in the winter. So these are peas. These are bean leaves. These are not. I'll show you the difference between peas. I got peas. I'm growing. Peas don't. First of all, peas don't get this big. You see how big this bush is? Peas don't do that. But I wonder if these are edible though. Hold on, I'm gonna be back. I'm getting the seeds. I'm gonna harvest them and grow them myself. That's what I'm getting as many. Sometimes when I get new plants like this, I fuck them up a couple times, so I need as many as possible. And these Mexicans will be mad as hell, but oh well. They don't like us anyway. Who cares? Man, I used to give so fucking crazy exotic seeds to my one of my old bosses. So this is pay it forward. So shut the fuck up. I had this racist ass Mexican boss. He was cool. He gave me good jobs and stuff. But he still was racist. He just didn't really tell me, But it came out a couple times. Not he. It wasn't towards me. He was just. It's like one time he was talking. We were talking about this movie called what was that movie called with the food? Were they having sex, a food party or whatever? And I said, yeah, they got some racist stuff. He's, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about this. I said, yeah, that's racist, man. He didn't care about that. He just like, man, you might as well let your son see the sex. What you think racism's about? You might as well get him ready early, man. You don't have no morals. Might as well fuck them early, man. You're already fucking an animal. That's what racism about. It's about preserving the heritage. That's like this plant. If you want to preserve this plant, you're breeding with the same plant. Well, I already did it. Yeah, my bad. So like that's what racism is about, man. What do you think it's about? Racism has nothing to do with superior, because everybody has, you always got your elites, the smart ones that know what they're doing, what they're talking about, and they just better than all the other people. They have the advantage. They got the brains. They're like a race of their own, whether you believe it or not. And they're superior. They're like the royal bloods is they're their own race. Shut up, man. God damn. Yeah, royal bloods are their own breed themselves. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Peace.